Spare only 15 minutes and save one life. Hello and namaste to all blood brothers and sisters around the world. Welcome to the second live session of IYC. I am Aryan Upreti from Nepal, working as Financial Secretary to IYC for the year 2019-2021. The topic for today's session is Take Your Share with IYC. Today, we have guests from five different organizations, from five different countries, from five continents. For the same, we have guests from Algeria, El Salvador, Pakistan, Portugal, and the USA. From Algeria, it's unfortunate to not have participants from Algeria because of the COVID situation in Algeria. From El Salvador, we have Raul Melendez from ASDAS, the organization. From Pakistan, we have Mr. Arslan Mian from Green Blood Donor Organization. From Portugal, we have Joao Pedro Juncairo from FAST Portugal. From USA, we are still waiting for the participants from USA. We are hopeful someone would be joining in a while from USA. We have got a name, Razan Kardel from Blood Donors of America. Welcome again to all our blood brothers and sisters around the world. I am Aryan Upreti, the moderator for this live session. IYC, a youth blood donor organization which have members around the world. We are a sister organization for IFBDO. It's a mother organization established back in 90s for blood movement. And the head office of IFBDO is in Monaco, and we have been working in blood movement, and we have been working in serving blood around the world. So for now, we have the president of IYC with us, and starting with the president of IYC, I would like Ms. Namin Rahimova to address the session and welcome our guest for the today's session. Namin, welcome. Please.
Hello everybody. Aryan, thank you so much for introducing me and our guests as well. Once again, I would like to say to everybody, all the guests, for their time and accepting joining us. It's our pleasure to see everybody, and I'm sure that having discussion and talking about your experience and the experience of your organizations will be very valuable, not only for us, for all the other organizations and blood donors as well. As Aryan mentioned, IFBDO or FIODS is the mother organization. IYC is instituted by FIODS almost 10 years ago. So we feel proud and to say that right now IYC is 10 years old. And it's our pleasure to share this experience always with the young blood donors as well and organizations. The main idea behind organizing these sessions is to expand the idea of donation, and at the same time to help the other organization or blood donors to get more information about the experience of different countries and the continents. So hopefully today's session will give you as a blood donors, young blood donors, to broad idea how different organizations in different parts of the world organize blood donation and help people and save lives.
Thank you, Namin. Thank you for addressing. And as we know, the world is under COVID situation, and we are fighting against COVID. And most of us might be under lockdown and in our houses. Very few countries are working out of the houses, and they are out of the COVID situation. Let's say not properly or fully out of COVID situation, but government is relaxing the lockdown scenario. So starting with the today's session, I would like to introduce our guests. So at very first beginning, I would like Mr. Raul Mendez to introduce himself and his organization and about blood movement in his country.
I appreciate the opportunity to take a part of this, and in this moment we have a very complicated situation in my country. It's very hard to do all the work we do, and it's very difficult, all the things with the COVID-19. but we do all the home, and we do all the work in home, and we stay very strong to this situation and help the association help a lot in this moment with plasma. Actually, this is a great moment for this association because we help a lot of people, and we are very happy to help all the patients with COVID-19 because we help to get plasma. And this is it.
Okay. So thank you, Mr. Mendes, for introducing yourself and your organization. So now moving towards the introduction of Mr. Arslan Mian from Pakistan. Yes, Arslan.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening. Good morning. I think this is the beauty of this forum, that people from different continents are joining together to share their ideas. I would take some time before I introduce myself. I think it is imperative to mention a few names. Usually, we hear a comparison. I would start with that someone is a manager and someone is a leader. What I see in IYC and its representatives, I would say they are the leaders in my book. Why? Because in manager, in my opinion, is someone who has goals limited to this world, limited to his life, and he tries to use his team to achieve those goals. But when we talk about leaders, they set their goals higher than their own lives, and they train people. Leader is the one who creates other leaders. And when I see IYC representatives, and I would share my own experience with you, when I saw Abdul Saad, I first met with him. He was the one who took me out of nowhere to International Youth Forum in 2017 in Lithuania. Now, this was his, I would say, his class that not only he found me, but he made me attend that event. And from then onwards, I learned a lot, and it helped me to improve blood donation work in my country also. So in this way, Abdul Saad is the one who has now left his responsibility as a president, but he has created other people who are now taking lead and working as a blood donor in their countries. So, and the same thing I saw in Alicia and other representatives of IYC, and now we see Narmeen, who is leading us, and she is also doing the same. The one who has now left his responsibility as a president, but he has created other people who are now taking lead. And can you hear me? Because I think there is something wrong with the internet. So, and the same thing, representatives of IYC, we see Narmeen, who is leading us, and she is also doing the same. The one who has now left his responsibility as a president. Aryan, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So this is how I would like to sum up, because I have seen these guys who are not only fulfilling their responsibility, but they are also giving opportunities, and they are also making simple volunteers. They are giving them confidence through different events, and this conference is also one of those. So I have a lot of respect for them, for Narmeen, and there is one more guy, Pedro from Portugal. I would like to mention him also. These are the leaders in my book. And regarding myself, I'm Arsalan from Pakistan, founder and the president of Green Blood Donor Organization, working in Pakistan since 2014. That's all for now.
Thank you, Arslan, for your introduction and about your views about IYC. So now I would like to request João Pedro Juncairo to introduce himself and about his organization. Yes, Pedro.
Hello, guys. So first of all, it's a great privilege for me to be here talking to you, and in the name of the Youth Committee in Portugal, and also in the name of our federation, we are very thankful for these initiatives that you guys have been creating. This is a really good job you guys are doing. What can I say about my federation? I myself, I am in FAS Portugal, which is a federation that has been founded in 1995, and it is one of the main federations in Portugal. It represents around 50 or a little bit more than 50% of the Portuguese blood donors. And within the FAS Portugal Federation, we have the Youth Committee, which is the youth committee from our federation, which I myself and other young people are representing and helping the federation in order to achieve their main goals and objectives. As a whole, I would like to say a very kind message to the International Youth Committee for their amazing work that they have been doing so far, and for their overall programs and events that they are promoting, because it really helps different federations and even associations around the world. So yes.
Thank you, Pedro, for your introduction and for your views about IYC. So now moving towards USA, we have Mr. Rajan Kadel from USA. I would like to request Mr. Rajan Kadel. I would like to welcome him and introduce about him and his organization.
Hi guys, it's me Rajan Kandel representing Blood Donors of America. Blood Donors of America is actively engaging in promotion of the voluntary blood donation and involvement of youths and other people to promote voluntary blood donation to fulfill the needs of blood. Blood Donor Association of Blood Donors of America is not only like doing like blood donations job. We are actively involving in different programs, like coordinating with the IFBDO, coordinating with the other countries like Nepal and other countries to promote the voluntary blood donation in the world as well. It's a youth team. We are actively involved in like doing like blood donation things and like promoting youth to participate on like joining the campaigns of blood donation and to awareness campaign. In Blood Donors of America is actively involved in like other health related activities, like doing online webinar on like the COVID issue, and like participating with other organizations like the Nursing Association, like Public Health Association, to promote the voluntary blood donations. And me myself, like I used to work as a president of Club 25 Nepal as well. I'm working with RN at that time. So like I think that's it for right now.
Thank you, Mr. Rajan, for your introduction and introduction about BDA. So now moving towards the volunteering experience. So I would like to ask Mr. Juan Pedro about his volunteering experience and working in blood movement. So I would like to request Juan to tell something about his experience about working in blood movement.
Oh well, so my story. It's a bit different from most of the people, because normally people get inside the blood movement and become volunteers after they donate blood. I myself, I started doing the opposite. So I first became a volunteer and then I started donating blood. And this is because in Portugal we have a big problem, which is we do not have many young volunteers. And in my association, in my city, we did not have many young people that served as volunteers. And one of my friends from the association had contacted me and asked if I was interested in becoming part of the association. and I didn't see why I would not be interested. So I took this as a new adventure and started helping. And the more I started helping, the more I started becoming familiar with the blood movement. And after helping in many blood campaigns and after attending many events promoted by our association, our federation, I the feeling of wanting to donate blood started growing inside me, and then I started donating blood.
Okay, thank you, Pedro, for how you started working in a blood movement. So we may have a very different scenario in Pakistan. So here I would like to ask Arslan, what is his experience about his volunteering experience and how he started donating blood in Pakistan? Because the scenario and the religious background and different stigmas are pretty different than Europe. So Arslan, can you please tell us about it?
True. It's very different, and the story I would share with you about my first blood donation is very interesting. Even now, you can see the smile on my face. The thing is that most of the people in Pakistan, I would say majority, they don't even know their blood groups. And I was someone who, right now, I tell people not to be. By this, I mean I did not know my blood group even when I was in my university doing mechanical engineering, and someone just like encouraged me, or to some extent forced me to get my blood group checked, and it was O negative. After some months, he called me and he said, someone in the nearby hospital, he requires blood. Can you donate blood? And my first answer was that, I cannot donate blood. Why? Because it is a misconception in Pakistan generally that only a few people can donate blood, like the super fit people. Like usually everywhere we say that all normal people can donate blood, but in Pakistan it is usually believed that normal people cannot donate blood. Only the few exceptions are good enough to donate blood. This was the same thinking with me also in 2000, around 2013 or early 2014. So, but someone just encouraged me to donate blood, and he made me talk to the patient's son. When I talked to him, and he told me that my father is in the hospital and he needs blood O negative, and I cannot find it from anywhere else. If you donate, at that moment, I felt a responsibility on me that if I donate blood, I can save someone's life, and if I don't donate blood today, he might die. He is like an aged person, and his son, how would he feel at that moment? So I decided to go and donate blood. Whatever happens, I would see. And when I donated blood, I felt really good. It was really good experience, even physically and emotionally. When I saw that guy, the patient's son, he was thanking me. He was like down to earth. He was saying that, can I do something for you at the moment? And I was like, no, it was like, you cannot even express this thing into words, how good I felt at that moment. And at the same time, I saw that the patient's relatives, one of his relative also had O negative, but he was not willing to donate blood. He was terrified. He thought that maybe he would die if he donates blood. Same thinking like me. But through this, I came up with an idea that why not create this awareness? Because one guy, he gave me awareness, and now I'm feeling really good after donating blood. Why not continue this? I shared this thing with my friends in Pakistan, in my area. I would mention Amir Khan, Arshad. Those are the two main pillars of our organization. And both of them said, okay, fine. We have also never donated blood. We also don't know our blood groups, but we will do this. And from then onwards, we called all our friends for a tea party. And I was not expecting. I was expecting only 40 to 50 people to join us, friends, and more than 100 friends came to that tea party. And there I announced that we are going to make an organization. We are going to do it in an organized way. Are you with us? And Alhamdulillah, since then, since 2014 up till now, we have a team of 76 active volunteers who are not only donating blood, organizing different events, and also giving awareness regularly to different people. That is our story. And since 2014, we have been actively working in Pakistan.
Wow, that is a pretty good story, Arslan, and really congratulations for your initiative and activities in your country. So, moving towards Latin America or South America to El Salvador. So, I would like to hear with Mr. Melendez about his experience or his organization. Please, Melendez.
I'm start to donate blood for 6, 7 years ago, and in my country, in that moment, never be a association to help to get a donation of blood. Only the hospital do work to sensibilize the people and say, please come to donate blood, but nobody uh, care in this country. Sometimes it's very difficult. The culture in my country is very hard to say, but actually we don't donate blood. It's a hard work we do because we try to change the culture here. And actually in it's like Portugal, like Pedro says, it's very difficult to get young people to join us in the blood moment and go in the blood moments, and we do all this work in ASDAS. ASDAS is the associations, and we start to work. We start works in 2 years ago. I joined ASDA the last year. I'm studying medicine. I see all the blood we need in the country. It's very hard to see patients who say I need blood because I can get my surgery for any conditions. And with us, that we start to join more people, more youngest people, and we do a very hard work with the universities in this country. Actually, ASDAS do a very nice job with that. We start to work in that the last year, and actually in that moment we start to change a lot of the culture, and more people is joining us the association, and it's very interesting because sometimes we see the problem only with the donations, but sometimes for example in my country the problem is very hard because it's the culture, and we start to do a change of that.
Okay, so that was pretty impressive, and how you have been working in ASDAS, and I'm really like glad, and IYC is really glad to have El Salvador as our active member and working in the field of blood movement in your country. So now talking to or moving towards USA. So we have Razan Kadel, and I have like my personal experience working with Razan Kadel back here in Nepal. So Razan, so can you please tell us? How you have a different experience, how your experience is different from blood movement out here in Nepal and the United States of America. So how your organization BDA have been working in blood movement in America. So can you please elaborate about it?
Okay, like I was working back in Nepal, like we used to work like in a ground level, going to school, or like asking for donor to give the blood to save the life of peoples. And it is a little bit different in US. Like people are well aware about the blood donations in US, and like we don't need to go to like every door, like every school, so they can come to the blood center here. If like blood bank needs the blood, they send like the email, they send the alert pop up to the everyone. So whenever who is free, they come go to the blood bank and donate blood. And like different organizations, like in USA, Blood Donors of America is actively participating in to promote and to donate the blood to fulfill the voluntary blood donation in America. So uh, uh, I want to add Mr. Dr. Nanda sir, so he can elaborate like a little bit more about like the blood donation in America. Is that possible, Aaron?
No, sorry, it's no, like this forum is only for 6 people. So actually, like it's like we can't add this seventh person to the forum actually.
So I can be out, he can be in.
Yeah,
So he
okay,
can
so that can be done actually.
yeah. So he can elaborate a little bit more about the blood donations,
Sure,
more
definitely.
sessions okay, so that sounds good. You can enter him.
Hello, hello.
Hi, are you guys listening to me? Can you hear me?
Yes, definitely, we can hear
Okay.
you.
Yeah, good morning from USA. I'm very much happy to have this opportunity, and I really appreciate Mr. Rajan Kandel, the youth coordinator of Blood Donors of America. I'm the immediate past president of Blood Donors of America, myself, Dr. Nanda Regmi. I'm a senior scientist, research scientist in University of Texas, and my profession is in to research in gene therapy. So we save human life from transferring the gene, from transferring the good gene instead of the bad gene. So my passion is to save human life by motivating people in and then making them blood donors. So we established Blood Donors of America in 2009. It's the June 14th, and registered in the state of New York, USA. From there, we started our organization growing slowly and slowly. Now we have contact throughout the 50 states of USA, and we have a chapter in state level in 28 states of USA. So we have contributed to the extent of our ability by now. So we have already donated more than 10,000 pints of blood, and Blood Donors of America has a life members of about 400. It has an executive body board and the board, and then we have been extending our services not only in the USA but towards Nepal also. We organize different plans to motivate youths, like a high school level program. So we want new donors from high school, and we are also planning so many different types of program in the USA to motivate youth people. So basically our motto is like we are targeting people who comes into USA basically from Nepal, like immigrant Nepalese Americans. So there are so many scientific reasons why we concentrate on that. So how we can save human life. The donors can be can take a lot of benefits without having health insurance in USA. So there are so many things, and then the governmental programs. So many different aspects of scientific facts. So why we need to convince people to be a blood donors. So donors of America is working in health sector also, in social sector also, in blood donation events also. So in this very short period of time, I cannot go much, but our president and our executive committee is working very hard. And the most important thing is you might know that the Guinness Book record holder in terms of whole blood donation, John Shepard, John W. Shepard. He is 87 years old guy from Florida State of USA. He is a life member of Blood Donors of America. So we have been membered with IFBDO. So it's since long ago. We are working together. So in 2016, we organized our first national convention. At that time, I was the convention chair. And I invited Gianfranco Massaro, respected Gianfranco Massaro. He was here. So I'm in close touch with him. I really appreciate for this time. And Aryan Bhai, thank you so much for coordinating. Very, very nice and doing very good job. Sometimes I can meet you in Nepal when I come there. We have organized so many programs in Nepal. Nepal in Blodan, we have a sister organization. How we serve Nepal? We serve Nepal through Blodan. So in the field of blood donation and education, a lot of things we have been doing. So I really appreciate you guys and you young people. Please lead blood donation event. We will follow you from behind. And thank you so much for the opportunity. And thank you. Appreciate you a lot and have a successful days ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your time and insightful information about BDA, Blood Donor of America. Thank you so much. So now moving towards the next question, I would like to have Mr. Raul Melendez here. I would like to invite you again for a question. So can you please tell the people, blood donors, brothers and sisters around the world, about the major problem you have in your country in El Salvador? As we know, El Salvador is a Latin American country. So basically, what is the major problem in your country in blood movement, and how it is different from other continent? Because we have invited people from different continent, and every continent may have different problems. So we request you to share the problem in your country and how is it different from other countries. Yes, Melendez.
My country, we have a big problem with the culture. Actually, a lot of people start to, in this moment of the COVID-19, start to sell blood and plasma in this moment. Is very. 3 weeks ago, we have a new laws to help to avoid to sell blood or plasma in this country, and this is a nice point to start to change the culture. And we try to change a lot of things in the culture. We have two problems, big problems. One and first is the culture. We need to change a lot of ideas the people have to the nations. But we have another problem, is the money. Actually, get big campaigns to get more educations or do more projects. We need a lot of money, and this is a very big problem, not only in El Salvador, in a lot of countries of Latin America. We can see that they have a problem to do a very big campaign or do little campaigns for educations, and we try to do that. The education is the first step to do a big change. In ASDAS, in the association here, we start to do a target to education. We start to education in the schools, all level. If we have the opportunity to go to a school, we stay with children, with high schools and universities. We try to get information. The people get the information of the nation. The blood donation is good, and you can save lives. Actually, is one of the most biggest problems is the education here and the culture, and this is very difficult and needs a lot of people to join of the association, because we need to go for example, in different parts of the country. We're very small, but we need to stay in very important departments of the country, in very important cities here. And for example, we only are in San Salvador. San Salvador is the capital of El Salvador, and another city is Santa Ana. That's the most important city in this country, and they are the cities. Actually, they need more blood for everybody, because in El Salvador, in San Salvador, we have the most important hospital, I think, in the region of only for children. It's the Hospital Benjamin Bloom. This hospital needs a lot of blood because they have a lot of patients of oncology and they do a lot of surgeries, only children's. And we have the hospital Rosales. This hospital is the most biggest for all the people in this country. Are the two hospitals are publics, and to get all the blood they need in a normal day, knowing this moment is a normal day, is very hard, because we're talking about a lot of blood, because we have we have a lot of traffic accidents in this country, and this is a big problem of the only for the blood, the culture, and we need to more money and recourse to change that, because we do have a lot of campaigns only for education, and we see very fast change in the people, in the youngest people. Actually, we see more I don't know what to say that, but we see more happy to go to enjoy the association, and more they have more education for this problem, and they do actions to all the volunteers and all the athletes of the associations.
Okay, so now moving towards Joa. So as I was a part of IYF 2018 back in Portugal, and have seen pretty much of things in blood banks of Portugal. I was in like one of the biggest blood bank, like it's in Coimbra. Is it Joa?
Yes, it is.
Yes, so there are pretty much of like high tech facilities in Portugal. But there may be some problems. So can you please tell our viewers? So what is the major problem in blood movement in Portugal, and how are you dealing with, and how is it different from other countries and continent around the globe? Joa.
Well, we here in Portugal, we are very proud of our blood donation system. Nonetheless, every system comes with its problems, and we have our set of problems. We have, and it's important to separate these problems into the problems that came with the COVID virus, and the problems that we already had. When it comes to the problems that we already had, one of our main problems is the lack of young people that keep going regularly to donate blood, which means that we have young people that are going to donate blood. Nonetheless, these people don't donate blood regularly, and this is a problem. Nonetheless, we also have a kind of historic problem that happened that has been happening for a few years, which is to do with plasma. We have a kind of a waste of plasma when it comes to our hospitals not having the means and the facilities to preserve or even to transport the plasma, and this is one of our main problems. Nonetheless, we had as many countries had, we had some problems that came with the COVID virus and this new pandemic, which changed the way that we did our blood campaigns. And it's important here that I explain how our federation works, because our federation is made up of different small associations in each city, and every association is with a different size. So we have big associations, we have small associations, and the small associations suffered in the way that they didn't have the facilities or the spaces to organize the blood campaign within the laws of the country. So we had there were many campaigns which had to be cancelled, and that was a big problem. And we felt that problem, and we felt the COVID virus in the blood world in Portugal, I would say around April, and I have the statistics here. I would say around April, where exactly 36%, 36.9% of the blood donations compared to last year in April have dropped. So it was a pretty big drop. Nonetheless, we managed to recover that in June. So we are going up now because our associations have managed to adapt themselves to these new circumstances. Nonetheless, we did have our few sets of problems.
Okay, so thank you, Jua, for the information. So moving towards the Pakistan. So Pakistan being a country neighboring to India and some other countries with majority of people from Islam community. So there may be different stigmas and different criterias or different systems out there. So what are the major problems you are facing out there in Pakistan in regards of blood donation, and how are how are these problems different from other countries? And we heard from El Salvador and Portugal. So are they totally different from El Salvador and Portugal, or is it similar? So yes, Arslan.
Totally different. As you have said yourself that we belong to a different part of the world, and also religion plays a very important role here. Starting from religion, because you have mentioned this, I believe if you talk about religion and blood donation, it has a very positive relationship, because I would say our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he has a very famous saying that if you save one person's life, it is just like you have saved the whole humanity. And here, what we do is we go to different ulemas, different religious leaders, and we tell them to support us in this cause of blood donation, in raising awareness. And they do this. They support us. They will even in their mosques, even in public gatherings, they will share different ahadiths, different sayings of the Prophet with common people, and they encourage them to donate blood. And people then start donate blood religiously also. So religion has a positive impact here. Regarding the problems, one thing, one other representative in your last previous conference, they mentioned that in countries like Pakistan and Bangladesh, mostly people are selling blood. This I would like to mention. There are a lot of problems, but not this one. In Pakistan, it is considered highly immoral to sell your blood. And right now, like I myself is a witness that since 2014 up till now, we have met, I would say, thousands of people, not even hundreds. And not even a single case is experienced by me or my team that someone has told us that he wants to sell his blood. No, there are many other problems, but not this one. The thing is that many people are afraid of donating blood, which is a different case. Talking about the biggest problem that we are facing here, I think it's almost 50% of our population is our females, and the thing is that they do not donate blood at all. They feel that they are actually ineligible to donate blood because of a lot of reasons. And I would say, again, it is not cultural, it is not religious, it is mainly the issue is the lack of awareness here,
like how you found
which is the same with men also.
What is the difference you found? You just elaborate that. Okay.
Okay. Can you hear me right now?
Yes. We can hear you.
I can also hear you actually. Okay. So and also, so this is, and the thing about this is the main problem that we are facing here is 50% of the population considers itself ineligible to donate blood. Rest of the 50%, again, many of them are old age, many of them are underage, and we get only 15% of the population which can donate blood, and still they are not aware, and they think that only the fittest of the guys can donate blood. So this is the main story. The problem that we are facing here is, and we meet different women, girls in different colleges, universities, And we tell them that you are equal to us and you should also donate blood. And we try to take support from the feminists also. But in this case, what we experience from our females is that they would say, no, we are not equal. We are happy as we are. You go and donate blood. And this is the main issue that we are facing here. And we are actually trying to cope with it, and also with some other international, some organizations which are a part of IFBDO. We will soon create some events to raise awareness among females to donate blood in Pakistan. This is what our plan is right now. And
thank you.
And one thing I would also briefly explain how we are doing this. Our we are mostly focusing on sports events. Unlike European countries, we have a huge percentage of our population is youth. They are young people. So what we do is we organize sports events for them. Then we go to different universities, colleges, we organize local events, and then we also take support from religious organizations also to guide people. In this way, we are doing this, and our team, I would appreciate them. They are literally doing great in this.
So thank you, Arslan, for informing the world about how blood management have been carried out in the country, and how the problems are being faced in Pakistan. Thank you for the information. So now moving towards the United States of America, USA, I would like to request Razan to tell about the major problems which people in United States of America face. And being an immigrant from Nepal working out there, so how are you helping people in blood movement? So can you please tell the world about it?
Hi, Aaron, thank you for your opportunity. America is a country of the immigrant. Lots of people migrate from other parts of the world. I'm in the beginning phase as well, struggling for existence, surviving. So lots of people, they are busier here. Most of the part in apart from US, people are busy, but not I don't say people are. I'll say people are more busy in US, so they don't have much time for the social cause blood donation or participating in any social cause. People are well aware about they need to donate blood, but most of the thing people are more engaged in their job, school, they need to pay rent things. So the most problem is the time constraint in the US as compared to the other part of the world. Even in Nepal, people are not aware about blood donation. They have time, everything else, but there is stigma. If you donate blood, maybe I get sick or I may get weak. But the story is totally different in US. People are well aware about it. Even they are trying to donate blood in every 2 seconds. We need a blood donor in America. But the main constraint in the US is the time factor. That is totally different than the other parts of the world. In the BDA, the whole team, we have 50, we have every state coordinator, we have regional coordinator, they are trying to organize blood by themselves, and they are trying to coordinate with the Lion clubs and different local organization, even some Nepalese organization to organize the blood donation camp. And we have a youth team. We are trying to going through different university, different youth team to motivate them to donate blood, to organize blood donation camp in USA.
So thank you, Razan, for informing us about the scenario in the United States and how you have been working, how BDA have been working in the United States of America in regards of blood movement and in regards of helping people in donating blood. So now moving towards the working modality of the organizations in various sector of the world, in various part of the world. So I would like to ask Joa Pedro about how Fast Portugal, his organization, have been working in blood movement, how they are have been like how they are working in the field of blood movement, and how they are motivating people, and how they are collecting blood. So Joa, yes.
So as I was telling you guys, FAS Portugal is the federation, and then it is made up of many different local associations. So FAS Portugal is not the one that actually works with the blood campaigns. That this is the work of the different associations. For example, I am part of the Associação de Dadores de Sangue de Famalicão, which is my local association, and FAS Portugal has the duty and the work of helping these different local associations in order to organize the blood campaigns. FAS Portugal also serves as a bridge or as a way for the blood volunteers to contact with the government. So we also help them in this sector. And then we also have inside FAS Portugal, inside our federation, we have the youth committee, which is o Comitê Jovem de Dadores de Sangue da FAS Portugal. This youth committee helps the federation in all sorts of things like social media, and we are focusing on trying to pass the message and trying to incentive other people to donate blood. So we are working on trying to go to universities, go to schools, create pamphlets, create flyers, posters, and work with all different types of social media in order to help our federation.
Thank you, Joa. So now moving towards El Salvador. So yes, Melendez, Raul. So how your organization have been working to motivate people? So are there any youth groups as I can see, you are the representative from the youth wing. So how have you been working in the field of blood movement? How you have been encouraging youth to donate blood? So what are the major activities you have been doing in your country in order to increase or maximize the number of blood donors?
Okay, yes. Actually, in El Salvador, we do a lot of campaigns. In the universities, we are doing a lot of campaigns in university. But in this moment, we have a change of that. We use this moment to try to motivate more the people to donate, and we use a lot of the social media. We do a very, very nice community campaign of the donation of plasma, and the association try to connect the donate to the hospital or with the patient to get a donation, because it's very difficult in this moment get plasma, because we need more recurse in the hospitals, because all the recurse go to COVID, go to medicines of that, and the banks of blood normally have more demand, but they only have the same money or the pressuppose of the same reactives to do all the proofs of the blood. And we do very important campaign in social media. And not only that, we go to the televisions, or we try to do the famous people here or the influencer people here go to donate, and sometimes this augment all the blood capacity in the hospital, because more people, more campaigns help in that. And we try to do these campaigns in social media in this moment. And actually, the plasma donate is very high in this country. A lot of people to recover to the COVID-19 go to donate. We do different tests. We do a fast test of of COVID-19 to see if you can go to donate for your plasma. And is we try to do this very fast, and we have a little problems to connect, right, the donate with the hospital or with the patient, but we see a high donation in plasma. The donation in blood is only for blood campaign is very is low, but is no very low. And we try to see the people don't go to hospital because they have a very fear of the COVID-19, and we search with universities and with the government or companies to help to get a space where the people go to donate and blood, and this help a lot to stay a nice level of blood in this moment.
Okay, so you mean to say that blood donations are not to the mark of the requirement, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the same goes with the other countries as well. Like in our country, Nepal, we have the same case, and we have beat a problem at the moment about replacement donors. Like whenever any patient party needs a blood because of the COVID situation, we don't have any kind of blood donations going on, and we have to go to community to donate bloods. Like we are like a blood bank out here. It's conducted by Nepal Red Cross Society, and they have been working really hard out here in Nepal, and they are going to community based, or it's called in our country in native language, it's called Ghar Dailo program. So our organization, Blood Donor Association of Nepal, Blodan, have been also actively involved in it. So moving towards the United States, so how are how have been BDA working in this part? Now, how is BDA working in this part? Rajan, can you please tell us?
Uh, okay, like Blood Donors of America is actively involved during this COVID-19 scenario regarding to fulfill the demand of blood, as well as like they are requesting like we have like 50 chapters in America. They are requesting every chapter to donate to organize blood donation campaign, or to coordinate with the other local organization, so that we can organize a blood donation camp in US. Along with that, they are also requesting us, like the youth team, to either organize a donation campaign, or to motivate youths to go to the blood like a blood bank to donate blood, to fulfill the scarcity of blood right now. Along with that, Blood Donors of America is also hosting like the different webinars, like the health related things, to motivate youth, to motivate people to go to the blood bank and donate blood. They like we have like different regional chapters, so they are requesting their regional chapters. They have like the state coordinators. They are communicating with the state coordinators, so they can communicate with their fellow people to organize blood donation in America, so they can fulfill in the current COVID situation.
So thank you, Razan. Hopefully, people out there in United States of America, like as we know, United States is most affected area because of the COVID situation. So hopefully, BDA have been working actively in regards of blood management because the scenario is pretty different than before. So hopefully, like BDA have been working properly. So now moving towards Pakistan, so I would like to request Arslan to address the same question, and to address our blood brothers and sisters around the world, how you have been working with your organization. Yes, Arslan.
Well, partially, I think I have already explained our working criteria, but I would say that right now we are working in 3 different regions, our organization. There are many organizations in Pakistan working on blood donation, but what we are doing is we are targeting the most deprived areas in the country. Those are actually the people who need awareness, and those are actually the people we are targeting. Because in universities or in colleges, we are going there, but those are the people who somehow have the knowledge about blood donation. But in people of the backward areas, they do not know anything about blood donation, and they are literally afraid of this. I am lucky because my family, my parents, and my brothers, they are supporting me in this cause. Even my brother Faizan, he would join you guys, inshallah, in the next forum. Uh, but the thing is that many families, many people, many volunteers, they are not getting support from their families because their families are afraid. uh, Again, the same thing, they think uh, maybe if they will donate blood, it will harm their own health, and the reality is totally the opposite. And we actually, our main focus is, I would say, Asian solution to an Asian problem. Unlike many organizations who are like providing European solution or a Western solution to a Pakistan specific issue, we are targeting the common people. We are taking, again, we are taking help from our religious leaders. We are taking help from different teachers from various universities, then sports events. This is the way that we are targeting, and uh, we are working, and we will continue. The main thing that we are focusing is to get the blood group test of the people. At least let them know that what is their blood group. So after some time, if someone around them is in need of blood, they should at least know that this is their blood group, and they can also support, they can also donate the blood. This is our main target at the moment.
Thank you, Arslan. And to our viewers, I would like to tell that we are in verse of ending today's program, and we are going to close the program. This was the last question. As we know, the program, we were to ask 5 questions to our people, to our young blood donors around the world about their experience in regards of blood donation, their working modality of their particular organization in their country, and other activities they have been working in the present pandemic situation. So we are coming to the end of the program, but before that, I would like to request our president, Ms. Namin, to address the blood brothers and sisters around the world about today's program. Namin.
Yes, sorry. Ariane, thank you so much. And once again, I would like to say thanks to all the guests for their time and for their valuable findings and sharings as well, because it was for me personally, it was really interesting to listen to all of you and learn more about the countries, even though we say that we have been, as IYC, we have been doing this job or this work for almost 10 years. Still, every time when we talk to a new blood donor or someone from blood donors organization or central blood banks, we always see that there are a lot of things that we need to learn. Doesn't matter. It's as some of you mentioned regarding the culture, regarding the health issues, regarding the financial situation of the country, and different aspects. So that was one of the main things that today with this session we wanted the other people to learn and to actually understand how this thing works in different countries. As Arslan mentioned, it's in Europe there is a European style. In Central America there is different style, or in Asia it depends. So that was really interesting to get this information. And also there is something that I would like to mention, even though we talked about the problems like culture, financial issues, and also, for example, Pedro mentioned that in Portugal they are lack of young people, young blood donors. I saw something really interesting, and I would like to point it out that for us, it's really interesting to see that all those organizations actually start promoting the blood donation, the importance of blood donation from school or from the universities. Like this is something amazing. For example, going to a school and telling a 10 years old or I don't know 12 years old kid about the blood donation. Yeah, this is something valuable, and this is something that is the point that we need to start actually. So if we want to get more blood donors in 5 years, in 10 years, this is the point that we have to do. And I do, on behalf of IYC, I would like to say that this is something we do appreciate. Thank you so much for doing this. And well, yeah, I'm just a little bit excited.
Thank you, President. So now I would like to request every individual, starting from El Salvador, for the closing notes on today's program. Yes, Raul Melendez.
Yeah, actually, this is very interesting to see all these what happened in other countries with very close point of view. I appreciate all of the things you say and you do in your blood moment. And is I want to say two things. Narmi says something is very important. The education in the basic levels, in the children's, is the base to get blood for more time, and we need to do that. This is the most important thing. Education in this for more children, for universities, because this is nice, because you have blood for more time, not only for 10, for more 20, 30 years. You have that donate, go to the banks, go to the hospital, and can contribute not only for the associations, not all for the patients, or to do more of or education other people to the donate blood. And I think this is the most important thing. Educate not only in the universities. Is more important, I think, education in the schools, and only that.
Okay, thank you. So, Juba Pedro Juncairo. So it's we would like to hear from you about your closing notes.
So, as I said in the beginning, it's a great privilege for me to be here speaking with you guys, and it's a great privilege for our federation to be participating in these sort of initiatives. And I would really like to stress this point that I really think that Narmin and Arian and the rest of your team, you guys are really doing a good job. I can see you have very good years ahead of you, and I really can see that IYC can go far with you. IYC is a really crucial and important platform for all the international and the different youth organizations within the blood donation community worldwide. And I can see that this organization will grow stronger, it will grow bigger, and I can just see how influential and how important it will become.
Now moving towards Pakistan and Arslan, can you please tell your closing notes to our viewers?
It is an honor for me to be with all of you. As I said initially, I respect all the members of IYC a lot. They are close to my heart and they are an inspiration to me. One other thing, I would like to take this opportunity to share one idea, which I think roughly I shared with you previously, but Aryan, I think, knows it clearly. I was thinking of having one video competition in between different organizations. By this, I mean all organizations which are participating in this, they should create one awareness video regarding blood donation in which they will encourage people. And at the end, it will be a very short video, maximum 3 to 4 minutes, in which they will have the whole message of blood donation. Every organization will make a video, and at the end, IYC members can choose the winner. In this way, I think this is another way, just like this video conference, this will be another way to stay in touch and to learn from each other's experience. And again, it will be, in my opinion, having such events in which we can work together will be beneficial for all the organizations. This is all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Arslan. So now moving towards the United States of America for his closing notes. Yes, Mr. Razan.
Thank you for organizing such a beautiful event, Aren. Personally, by me and from of America is so excited that you organize such a beautiful event, and I am pleased to work with you guys. And I have like a good time when I was working with the allies, like when I was working as a continental delegate representing from Asia in IYC team too. So hopefully you guys will do the same program and motivates lots of youth to participate in blood donation movement all across the globe. And I would like to say like IFBDO IYC team will be more proactive, not only confined to the online webinar and like motivating lots of youths. Like we need to go far more, like we have lots of countries. And Blood Donors of America is always there to support you guys, and we are always there to actively participate in any kind of voluntary blood donation movement. Thank you for your time, Aaron. Thank you.
Thank you, Razan. So now we are in the end of our program. So before that, we have got a question from our General Secretary. What is your strategy to fight against the phenomenon? So in regards of this question, I would like to answer the question as IYC being a youth part or a sister organization of IFBDO. We are actively involved in encouraging youths around the world for blood movement and encouraging youths to donate blood. So for the same for the year 2020, we were about to have international conference out here in Nepal, IYF 2020 in Nepal, but unfortunately because of the pandemic we had to postpone the program for 2021. But to motivate youths to donate blood and encourage them to have like more recruit more blood donors, we are going to organize a virtual session for IYF 2020. Would be a virtual session in which we would be having special trainers from around the world to train our youths in regards of blood donation and in regards of increasing capability, in regards of having their skills, life skills and skills in regards of blood movement, their personal skills. So we are always motivated to encourage more blood donors. As well, I would like to tell something about IFBDO. So IFBDO was established in December 4th, 1955. So IFBDO or FIODS, it's the mother organization of IYC. So International Youth Committee is a sister organization of FIODS IFBDO, which was established in 4th of December 1955 in Luxembourg, which is headquartered in Monaco. And currently there are altogether of 82 countries as a sister, 82 countries as a member of IFBDO. And the main aim of federation is to have self-sufficiency of the member states in blood and blood components from voluntary non-remunerated blood donation. So IFBDO is always motivated to encourage its member countries and member organizations to have voluntary non-remunerated blood donations. So that is what IFBDO have been always involved, and IYC being its sister organization has always been involved in encouraging more youth or young blood donors. So we are always motivated to encourage or reaching young blood donors. So that is what we have been doing. So for today, it's me, Aryan Upreti, Financial Secretary to IYC for the year 2019-2021. So I would like to thank every individual who helped us to make this event a successful one. And again, I would like to thank all the guests from El Salvador, Pakistan, Portugal, and USA. So I would like to thank every individual who made this event a successful one, and I would like to promise our people or young blood donors around the world that we would be coming with similar kind of event in coming days, with more strength and more power, and with more different interactive sessions. So thank you for today. Thank you all. Thank you, guests.